Hello and welcome to lesson 5 on algebra. This lesson we're going to look at solving equations using two-step equations. In this video I'm going to be looking at using 4 different methods. I would like you to watch all 4, but I'm going to be completely honest, I only expect you to choose one method and to stick with that method. As we go through you'll see there are 4 methods, one of which I'm going to warn you isn't the best method, but you can still use it to get the right answer. I'll discuss that in a little while. But let's take a look at the first example. Here we have the flow machine method. Now, this is a nice, easy method for solving an equation like this one here. However, it does not work if I put another x on this side of the equation. If we have 2 x's, one on this side and one on that side, it causes a real problem. So, just to warn you, this method does have its limitations. But anyway, let's get on with the method. Here we have 3x plus 4 equals 22. So, when we start this expression, if we think of a machine that if we put the letter x in, the first thing that we do to this x is we multiply it by 3. Once we've multiplied it by 3, it passes further on down the conveyor belt to this bit here, where we then add 4 onto it, and eventually we get the answer 22. Which is all well and so good, but we want to know what the value is for x. So what we're going to do is we're going to work backwards. If I start at 22 and I go backwards, follow the machine back the way, as in do everything opposite, then instead of adding 4, I'll be taking away 4. And instead of multiplying by 3, the opposite of multiplying by 3 is to divide by 3. And that will give me my answer. Well, let's have a look. 22, take away 4, is 18, and 18 divided by 3 is 6. So our answer is x equals 6. To check, you can put it back in the first one if you wanted. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 4 is 22, and that works. But as I said, this method is nice, it's simple, but it does have its limitations. But anyway, let's move on to method number 2. This is the column method, and may appear a little bit more difficult to understand, but the concepts are dead straightforward. All we want is to get this x on its own. So the first thing I'm going to try and get rid of is this plus 3. So in order to get rid of it, what I'm in fact going to do is take away 3. But in the column method, if you do something to the left hand side of the equal sign, you have to do the same to the right. So here we go. I've not done anything to the 5x, but as you can see, 3 take away 3 is nothing, so I'm going to leave it blank. And 23 take away 3 is 20. Now, 2 ways to think about this one, but most people at this stage will go straight to the answer. 5 times something is 20, so my answer is x equals 20 divided by 5, or if you went straight to the answer and just wrote 4, you'd have been spot on. Well, that's the column method, a little bit more tricky, but it works better when there's unknowns on both sides. Method 3, here we have 6x plus 7 equals 37, and we're going to do what's called the swap sides, swap signs. Again, we want to get x on its own, so the first thing we're going to do is pick up this 7 and swap sides. So we've now still keeping the 6x there, we've still kept the 37 in its usual place, but the 7 has now come over here. And instead of it being a plus sign, because it has to swap the sign, it now becomes a minus. 37 minus 7 is 30, 6x is 30, so x equals 30 divided by 6, which is 5. Again, it's a nice simple method, but it does get confusing when we bring in x's on both sides. But still works nonetheless. Here we have the weighing scales. This is a more visual representation. So if you think about it being a set of scales, equally balanced, with scales on one side and scales on the other, then it's quite easy to see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes and 2 coins. And on this side we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 coins. Now, because it's an equation, we can say that it's equally balanced. Well, what would happen if I took these 2 coins off? The balance would tip. So in order to keep it balanced, I'm going to take these 2 coins off. So now I have 4 boxes, 4 somethings is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 4 somethings is 16. Well, that just means that x is 16 divided by 4, which is 4. And there we have the 4 different methods. Now, choose your method wisely and see if you can answer this following question. 6x plus 4 equals 58. Have a go at it, see what you think, pause the video now. Okay, well done. If you've got your answer, remember to bring it in next lesson. Have you made the right notes? Have you got them to bring with you? Fantastic. Brilliant. Well done.